sinful life, God can turn his back on the church. I know a whole lot of you thinking, if Mount Zion, it used to be full of who's the one sinning. But I want to tell you this morning, don't look at nobody else. Check yourself out. The pastor got to check himself out. You ain't too holy because you think everybody else is wrong. Check your own self out. You don't have me. Now because of Noah's righteousness. You hear that? Because of his righteousness, God spared the universe from total destruction.
Yes.
Gonna kill everybody. By that rain. By that rain, but because Noah, he spared the whole universe. And you know, I don't know if I read this or not, but Noah was working on the ark. And every day they talk about Noah working on the ark. And then Noah will put down his hammer and nails. And the outline God give him for the ark. And then when he finished, he kept on preaching the word. Then a young fella came by and said every time he preached the same sermon. It's gonna rain. Somebody in this church ought to catch on fire. It's gonna rain. And the young fellow said, what that preacher got on his mind, he got water on his brain. Every Sunday he's talking about it's gonna rain. You have some place to go. I'd like to tell you this morning, I'm glad Noah had God on his mind. Yes, if you fight a lonely battle for right, God will not forget you. He will not forsake you. Somebody here this morning, you ought to stand for right. If you're by yourself, the Lord will be with you. He won't forsake you. He'll be right by your side. Nor give us a glimpse of what Jesus was all about. And in God's sacrifice, the world but to save one man. In Jesus, God sacrificed one man to save the world. He gave his only begotten Son to save the world. Will he do it? Will he do it? Can he do it? He already did it. Now, I will come to my close and let you go home. But here, Noah, what is name, Brother Adams? His name is rest. That's what his name means. Then Noah, a daddy name was Limnish, a prosperous of Seth, the 10th from Adam. He died at the age of 950 years old. The man who built the ark, nothing known of the early life of Noah, who first appeared on the scene when he was 500 years old. Evidently, his father Lamech was a religious man and give his son the name fitting for meaning to rest. Is it anybody here is tired now and rams. God can use a Noah here this morning. God want to use you. Will you stand for him? Will you be tall for him? I did all I can do, but I know the Lord will be by your side. Stand when you can't stand no more. The Lord will give you somebody that'll help you through. Moses, better known as Noah, walked with God in spite of the circumstance and sin around him. He was obedient and a point to difficulty again. Noah was remembered by God and dedicated from death. Noah warned his neighbors of the imperative of judgment. Somebody here this morning, you better watch out. The death angel is moving. I don't know what house he gonna stop by. It may just be mine, and it may be yours. But if you all right with God, you don't have to worry. You can have joy in your heart. You can have joy in your body when the Lord comes and knock on your door. You may be rich or you may be poor, but when the Lord get ready, you got to go. Crying don't stop it. Lying don't stop it. You ought to get ready and tell the Lord, I'm ready. I'm ready. When you come for me, that's what Noah did. He told the neighbors, some of us, we are so holy, we don't tell nobody about the Lord. Or we come to church, sing our song,